Hello, good morning, class. Welcome to another meaningful session of our Understanding the Self series. So, we are now on the week 10 lesson, and last week we tackled about the material self, and today we'll explore a deeper dimension. And when we say some deeper dimension, something beyond what we can see or touch. And that is what we call spiritual self. At kapag naririnig natin ang salitang spiritual, minsan naisip natin agad na reliyon or religion. Or minsan naisip natin simbahan. Or minsan naisip natin mga ritual. But in this lesson, class, we look at the spiritual self more broadly as our inner self or inner life, our sense of meaning, our sense of purpose, and connection to something greater than ourselves. And that is our God, our Creator. And before we start, think about this question. So think about this question, class. When do you feel most at peace or closest to something greater than yourself? When do you feel most at peace or closest to something greater than yourself? So it could be when you're helping others, it could be when you're praying or listening to Christian music or just watching a sunrise. So that quiet feeling, that's part of your spiritual self speaking. So let us now continue and explore. Let's begin with a short sharing activity. So class, I want you to think of one moment in your life when you feel or when you felt truly alive. Parang ramdam mo na may saysay ang lahat kahit sandali lang. Kailan yung bagay o araw na yon o oras na yon? I want you to think of one moment in your life when you felt truly alive. So naisip nyo na ba? So some of you might say, Sir, when I achieve something. Others might say, Sir, when I forgave someone. Or others maybe will say, Sir, when I help a friend in need. So that moment of clarity, peace, or joy, that's part of your spiritual experience. It's not about religion, but about meaning, purpose, and the unseen part of who you are. So I want you to take a short pause. So I want you to sit comfortably. Are you comfortable now? So sit comfortably and close your eyes. Close your eyes. O sa mga iba, if they don't want to close their eyes, that's fine. So close your eyes if you want and take a deep breath. Okay, magbibilang ako ng 4 seconds. Ready? Begin. Breathe in. And slowly breathe out. O mas maganda mag-pause tayo, no? Okay. Ready? Begin. Breathe in. Pause for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out slowly. And then ulitin. Breathe in. Pause for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly breathe out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly breathe out. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. So now, I want you to feel the experience. No? I want you to ask yourself silently. So tanungin natin ang ating mga sarili silently. How is my heart today? How is my heart today? Another question. Am I at peace? Am I at peace? How is my heart today? Am I at peace? So class, the spiritual self begins with awareness. Awareness of our inner condition. So when we learn to pause and listen, we begin to understand ourselves on a deeper level. So, what will we learn today? What will we learn today? So, by the end of our lesson, you will be able to, number one, define the concept of the spiritual self and its connection to human development. Number two, explain how spirituality helps in coping with stress and finding meaning in life. Number four, identify simple practices that nurture personal spirituality in daily living. Number four, reflect on your own journey toward inner peace and growth. So why do you think it's important to study the spiritual self in psychology subject like this, understanding the self? So why do you think it's important to study the spiritual self in understanding the self or subject like this? So may sagot ba kayo? Okay, sa mga sumagot, very good, no? Because understanding the self means exploring not only the physical or social parts of who we are, but also the unseen. Ano yung unseen na yon? Our values, our purpose, our beliefs that give direction to life. So those are the reasons why do we need to study the spiritual self. So in the previous lesson or lessons, we discussed ano yung mga na-discuss natin sa previous lessons? Physical self, sexual self, and material self. So those are the aspects that involve the body and the external world. Right? So but this morning, we'll go inward. We'll go inward. Sa loob naman. So I want you to ask, who am I beyond my body and possessions? Who am I beyond my body and possessions? Pag may pera ka ba, doon ka lang masaya? Pag may cellphone or gadgets, may baon, kung wala mga yon, that is who you are beyond your possessions. And what gives me peace? What gives me peace hope, and purpose. What gives me peace, hope, and purpose? So that's what this lesson is about. Understanding the spiritual self, the deepest part of who we are. And that is our spiritual self, the deepest part of who we are. So let's begin by defining what spirituality really means. So when we say spiritual, spiritual, yun, sa mga iba, no? Spiritual. So what is the spiritual self? So when we say spiritual self, is the part of us that seeks meaning. Naghahanap tayo ng meaning. Naghahanap tayo ng purpose and connection with something greater than ourselves. And that is our Creator. That is our God. So the spiritual self is the part of us that seeks meaning, purpose, and connection with something greater than ourselves. It is not limited to religion, though religion is one way to express it. Spirituality is about understanding life's meaning. Understanding life's meaning. Ito yung mga tanong sa sarili natin, why we exist? Bakit ako nandito sa mundong ito? Ano yung purpose? Ano yung meaning ko? What we value and how we relate to others and the world around us. According to psychologists, spirituality influences how we handle life's challenges. So ulitin ko, according to psychologists, spirituality influences how we handle life's challenges. Of course, if you are spiritual, no? Pag sinabi mong I am spiritual, so when you handle life challenges, syempre you think it as a positive. Sa mga Christian naman, they call it all things work together for good. So it influences how we handle life's challenges, how we find joy, and how we recover from pain. So even if people express spirituality differently, it could be in a word of prayer. Sa iba, ang expression ng spirituality, reflection. Sa iba, art. Sa iba, service. So even if people express spirituality differently, it's still the same human longing for meaning and peace. So yun yung spirituality. We are longing for meaning, for purpose, and peace. So there are three dimensions of the human person. So let's review a classical way of understanding the human being. So these are the classical way of understanding the human being. Many thinkers, including philosophers and theologians. Pag sinabi nating theologians, ito yung mga nag-aaral ng Bible, about God, the existence of God. So those are the theologians. So itong mga taong ito, philosophers and theologians, describe us as having three main parts. Una yung body. So when we say body, it is our physical part. Ito yung mga tangible na nakikita sa katawan mo. The one that experiences the world through our senses. Nakakarinig tayo, nakakapagsalita tayo. And another is the soul. So ito yung tinatawag nating mind and emotions. Our thoughts, feelings, and personality. So soul is the mind and emotions, our thoughts, feelings, and personality. And another classical view of the human person is the spirit. The deepest part, ito yung tinatawag nating, binanggit ko kanina, the deepest part that connects us to what? The deepest part that connects us to meaning, truth, and goodness. So kumbaga, ang body ay iyong hardware. 'Di ba sa computer may hardware. Ito yung mga component parts, like meron siyang video card, meron siyang hard drive, no, sa computer hardware. Ito yung body physical. Ang soul naman, ito yung software. Software. So like yung mga applications, like yung in-install natin yung Microsoft Word, software 'yon. At ang spirit naman, yun ang Wi-Fi connection natin sa something greater. And that is our purpose, our values, our purpose to values, to the divine, or to the humanity as a whole. So the question is, how do you feel when your spirit feels tired or empty? How do you feel when your spirit feels tired or empty? How do you feel when your spirit feels tired and empty? Some will say, "Sir, I feel lost." Some will say, "I can't focus." "Sir, I feel disconnected." Exactly. Because the spirit also needs rest and nourishment. Just like the body. Napapagod din yung espiritu na nasa atin. So, class, spirituality is not just about praying or attending worship. Spirituality is not just about praying or attending worship. It's about how you live and treat others. How you live and treat others. Every act of kindness, honesty, and gratitude is a spiritual act. Example, when you choose to forgive instead of holding a grudge, that's spiritual maturity. When you care for nature or animals, that's spiritual stewardship. When you serve others with joy, that's living your faith through action. So spirituality is about living with awareness and compassion. It is our inner compass, no? Inner compass that tells us what's right and good even when no one is watching. Ulitin ko. Spirituality is about living with awareness and compassion, and it is our inner compass that tells us what's right and good even when no one is watching. Kasi madali lang magpakabait kapag may nakakakita. Pero kung walang nakakita sa'yo, consistent ba yung buhay mo? So next. So let's pause for reflection. Puro tayo activity. Maganda sana kung face-to-face ito, no? Nataon naman na recording kasi ginagawa yung chapel o yung family center. So let's pause for a reflection. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Huwag kayong matutulog, ha? close your eyes for a moment and ask yourself, okay, close your eyes for a moment, ask yourself, when was the last time I felt truly at peace? When was the last time I felt truly at peace? Close your eyes. Another question. What was I doing at that moment? What was I doing at that moment? I repeat the questions. When was the last time I felt truly at peace? And what was I doing at that moment? I will give you 10 seconds. Close your eyes. When was the last time I felt truly at peace? What was I doing at that moment? 10 seconds. Now open your eyes. Open your eyes. That moment of peace, whether it was during prayer, listening to music, nature walk, or helping someone, is your spiritual self speaking? So would you anyone like to share? What helps you feel connected and peaceful? What helps you feel connected and peaceful? All right. So let's proceed to another slide. So let us now contextualize spirituality in our culture as a Filipino. In Filipino culture, spirituality is deeply woven into daily life. 'Di ba nung LM tayo, dinirecite natin yung core values ng ating DepEd, no? Makadiyos, makatao, makabayan, makakalikasan, makabansa. Pero yung pinakamahalaga, of course, lahat mahalaga yon, no? Yung deeper understanding of who we are. That is our spirituality. So spirituality in our Filipino culture is deeply woven into daily life. Hindi pwedeng alisin ito sa atin, sa ating pagkatao. So when we express it through faith, hospitality, community, and respect for elders, and even our expressions, no, yung sinasabi nating bahala na. Ang bahala na ay ang meaning niyan is bathala na. So when said, bahala na when said, and that is, we are saying it's said with hope, reflect, no, reflect, trust beyond our control. Bahala na. So it is not fatalism, but it is surrender. Bahala na ang Diyos. Yun yung sinasabi natin. So sa Filipino culture natin, meron tayong festivals, prayers, bayanihan, and even simple acts like yung sinasabi natin sa Filipino culture, yung pakikisama. Even simple acts of pakikisama show how our spiritual values shape our relationships. So spirituality, therefore, is not confined to temple or churches. It's lived every day in the way we care for people. Next. Okay, now class, remember, people express spirituality in different ways. Tandaan nyo yan, no? People express spirituality in different ways. Some find it in prayer, others in meditation, others sa art, or others sa acts of service. As students in Christian school, so nag-aral kayo sa TCC, Tarlac Christian College. As students in Christian school, we hold our faith dearly. Right? We hold our faith dearly sa mga Christian. Yet, we also respect others' beliefs. We also respect others' beliefs. Tandaan nyo, spirituality should never divide. It should unite us in compassion and respect. So class, being spiritual means seeing the divine in every person, regardless of religion, background, or differences. So as we study this topic, let's open our minds and hearts. Our goal is not to argue who's right. That is not our goal. Kung sino yung tama, kung sino yung, 'di ba, may mga nagsasabi, kami ang tama. Sabi ng kabila, kami lang ang tama. Sabi ng kabila, kami ay may tama. So our goal is not to argue who's right, but to discover what makes each of us whole. That is our goal. Next, now that we understand what the spiritual self means, the question is, how does it actually help us in daily life? How does it actually help us in daily life? How can our spirituality help us when we're tired, anxious, or stressed? How can our spirituality help us when we're tired, anxious, or stressed? And how do we grow in our own spiritual journey? So that's what we'll explore in our next slides. The spiritual self and coping with stress. So I want you to take a short stretch break. Take a short stretch break. And when we return, so mag-CR muna kayo, mag-coffee, we'll see how spirituality becomes strength. Okay. So nakapag-stretch na ba kayo? Nakapag-coffee or bathroom break na ba kayo? So let us now proceed to the spiritual self and coping with stress. The spiritual self and coping with stress. All right. So we've now understood that the spiritual self is about connection. It's about meaning and purpose. Pero ngayong bahagi ng lesson na ito, we'll talk about how that spiritual side helps us handle stress. How that spiritual side helps us handle stress. Yung mga bigat sa isip at puso na madalas nating dinadala sa araw-araw. Okay, I want you to I will ask you a question. Who among you has felt overwhelmed lately? You felt overwhelmed? Ano yung mga nagpa-overwhelm sa'yo? Academics, family issues, or personal struggles? Meron ba? Who among you has felt overwhelmed lately? Exams, family issues, or personal struggles? Meron ba sa inyo? Kung may nagtaas ng kamay, good. That's normal. we all experience stress. Right? So kapag nai-stress tayo, sabihin natin, salamat Panginoon. Bakit kailangan ko magpasalamat kung nai-stress ako? Kasi sinasabi, buhay ka pa. Yung patay hindi na nai-stress. Diba? So we all experience stress because we are all alive. But what makes a big difference is how we respond to it. Lahat tayo nai-stress. Na-stress ba kayo dahil nagpalit ng mayor? So ano yung mga bagay na nagpapa-stress sa inyo? Yung mga bagay na yan o tao man yan, we call them stressors. So what makes a big difference kapag na-stress ang isang tao is how we respond to it. So this morning, we'll explore research and real-life examples that show how nurturing your spiritual self, regardless of your religion, can help you build inner peace and resilience. Next. So, researcher named Lisa Miller, no? Ito yung kanyang pag-aaral. Spirituality strengthens mental health. Research-based ito, Hindi ko ito gawa-gawa. According to this research by Lisa Miller, no? She studied young people like you, like us pala. She studied young people like us and found something fascinating. Ano yung nakita niya sa kanyang research? According to his report, to her report, students who regularly practice spirituality, kagaya ng prayer, reflection, meditation, or simply expressing gratitude, showed stronger resilience. Pag sinabi nating resilience, ito yung mga tao na kung saan kapag umarap sila sa malubhang problema, they can easily get up. They can easily bounce back. Madali silang makapag-cope up. They have stronger resiliency. At according to this study, not just only stronger resilience, but also lower risk of depression and anxiety. Of course, may mga spiritual na tao na nadidepress. Pero mas stronger yung taong nagpa-practice ng spirituality at yung lower risk of depression and anxiety. So ano yung ibig sabihin? Ibig sabihin, kapag meron kang pinanghahawakan na values or sense of purpose. Kapag malinaw sa iyo na yung pinanghahawakan mong values or sense of purpose, that is spirituality, mas mabilis kang makabangon kahit anong pagsubok. And I do believe, sa biblical perspective, God allows those circumstances, difficult situations, problems, sufferings to make us stronger. And that is the purpose. So you don't easily lose hope because you believe there's a reason for everything. Di ba sa kwento nga ni Job, nawala lahat, mga anak na, kayamanan niya. Pero instead of cursing God, ang sabi niya, pinanganak akong hubad dito, walang-wala, babalik ako sa Diyos na walang-wala. And that is how yung kanyang respond dun sa suffering. That's why Miller calls this spiritual fitness. Spiritual fitness. Parang mental and emotional exercise that keeps the heart strong. Just like you train your body Meron kayong PE subject, right? O first year pa lang kayo, of course, meron kayo niyan. Just like you train your body through PE, you can also train your spirit through reflection, gratitude, and prayer. Maganda kung magkaroon kayo ng meditation. Hindi yung hindi yung nakaganyan yung kamay mo or nakatupi yung paa mo. Meditation means babasahin mo yung verses in the Bible and you meditate upon it. Ibig sabihin ng meditate is thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking about that verses, kung yung verses na yun nakatulong ba. Diba? Just like kapag may problem tayo, ako, for example, I can do all things through Christ which strengthened me. So think about this. What's one belief or value that helps you stay strong when life gets tough? Meron ba? What's one belief or value that helps you stay strong when life gets tough? So, sino yung gustong sumagot? O, sa mga sumagot, exactly. Whether it's faith in God, trust in goodness, or hope in the future, that belief fuels the spirit to keep going, right? Next. Gising pa ba kayo? Okay, another psychologist, Emma Seppala, 2016. Emma Seppala from Stanford University. Emma Seppala explained that spiritual practices active compassion. So kapag meron tayong spiritual practices active compassion, yon ay nakakatulong, which releases calming chemicals in the brain. So for example, when we forgive, nakapagpatawad na ba kayo? Pinatawad nyo na ba sila? Yung mga taong nakasakit sa inyo, ginawang kayo na masama. When we forgive, or when we help others, or when we practice kindness, ano yung ginagawa nun sa ating katawan? Our body releases yung tinatawag nilang oxytocin. Ito yung chemical na meron sa ating brain. Nare-release ito, no, itong oxytocin na ito, tinatawag siyang love hormone. So kapag nare-release ito, nakakatulong sa ating katawan, which lowers stress. So kaya pala, pag may tinulungan tayo o may pinatawad tayo, gumagaan ang ating pakiramdam. Tama? Kung totoo yung pagpapatawad. Pero kapag plastikan lang, hindi talaga gagaan ang kalooban mo kasi peke yun eh. Pero kapag totoo yung pagtulong mo, yung pagpapatawad mo, gumagaan ang pakiramdam natin. Hindi lang pala spiritual ang effect, meron din siyang physiological effect sa atin. Kaya according kay Emma Seppala, said that compassion and mindfulness increase our sense of connectedness. Ano ito? It is reminding us that we are not alone. Kaya kailangan nating makipag-socialize, tumulong, magpakita ng compassion and sense of connectedness sa tao. No man is an island. Kailangan natin ang bawat isa. Kagaya nung movie na Cast Away ni Tom Hanks. 'Di ba? Nag-crash yung airplane niya, nakasurvive siya sa isang island, walang tao. Ang ginawa niya, yung bola, no, kinakausap niya yung bola, linagyan ng mata, linagyan niya ng bibig, tapos tinawag niyang Wilson. I forgot kung ano pa yung isang bola. No, kinakausap niya just to show compassion and connectedness. And when you feel connected, stress loses its power. Yan ay according to research-based study yan, ha? Hindi yan chismis. So class, have you ever noticed that helping someone actually made you feel better? Tama? Minsan kapag pumunta ka sa Baguio, tapos pag-uwi ka, bibili ka ng pasalubong, nakaka-excite, di ba? Di ba mas nakaka-excite yung magbigay, maghanap ng regalo para sa iba kaysa ikaw yung tumanggap. Pero syempre nakaka-excite din yung kapag binigyan ka, pero sa akin mas nakaka-excite or mas masarap sa pakiramdam yung magbigay. Right? Kahit ikaw mismo may pinagdadaanan, mas masarap pa rin tumulong. That's how spirituality heals. It takes us out of our own pain and let us touch the goodness around us. Kahit tayo malungkot, pero gusto pa rin nating magpasaya. So, yun yung pakiramdam. Mas masarap ang tumulong. Okay, so let's make it more real. Imagine a student, si Maria. Sinong Maria sa inyo? Meron bang Maria ang pangalan? Imagine si Maria. She's overwhelmed with deadlines, group projects, and exams. Nagkasunod-sunod. And she barely sleeps. And her anxiety keeps rising. One night, instead of pushing herself further, she stops for a moment. Ang ginawa niya, she prays, breathes deeply, yung pinagawa ko kanina, and writes in her journal. So nilagay niya sa journal niya, nakalagay doon, Lord, I am doing my best. Help me trust that everything will work out. Lord, I am doing my best. Help me trust that everything will work out. After that short pause, Maria feels lighter. Her problems did not magically disappear. Hindi naman nawala. Yung problema niya, nandun pa rin. Pero bumaba ang stress level niya. Because she reconnected. She reconnected with her spiritual center. Kailangan ma-reconnect yung spiritual center na yon. Kailangan nating mag-pause muna, manalangin. At kailangan nating manalangin at humingi ng tulong dun sa mas mataas sa atin, and that is our Creator. So you see, class, sometimes stress grows because we carry everything alone. Parang pasan na natin ang daigdig. But when we pause and remember our connection with God, o sa iba, connection with nature, or sa iba, or greater purpose, peace follows. Right? So I will ask you a question. Class, when was the last time you paused to reconnect with your spirit? When was the last time you paused to reconnect with your spirit? Siguro magsasabi, ako po, sir, laging nasa church ako. Hindi naman kahit nasa church ka, na-reconnect ang spirit mo. Minsan pa nga, yung mga busy sa church, sila yung walang reconnection with spirit. Diba? Even just by breathing, praying, or reflecting quietly, that is a reconnection with your spirit. Right? Next. So, let's summarize the benefits of nurturing the spiritual self. Ano yon? Yung when we nurture our spiritual self, it provides meaning and purpose. When life gets confusing, spirituality gives direction and purpose. alam mo kung bakit ka bumabangon. Ang tanong, kanino ba kayo bumabangon? Tsaka kayo uminom ng kape. O, di ba? Sarap nun. Kanino ako bumabangon? So, meron kang sense of meaning and sense of purpose. Another is, when we nurture the spiritual self, meron tayong tinatawag na it encourages inner peace. Spirituality or spiritual practices calm the body and mind. They teach acceptance and gratitude. And another is nurturing the spiritual self-benefit. It builds resilience. People with strong faith. Yan sa research, di ba? Ni Miller. People with strong faith or purpose recover from they recover faster from failures and heartbreaks. Di ba? Kapag nag-break kayo ng boyfriend o girlfriend mo, kapag strong yung faith mo, madali lang, hanap ka ng iba. Di ba? Joke lang. Of course, kailangan mo munang kalooban ba ng Diyos yung lalaking yon o babae yon. Pero pag sinabi mo, meron pang kalooban ng Diyos sa akin. So, di ba strong yung faith mo? Madali kang makarecover. And another, when you nurture the spiritual self, it strengthens relationships. Kasi kapag na-nurture mo yon, nagkakaroon ka ng compassion and forgiveness. Compassion and forgiveness heal broken connections. Another, when we nurture the spiritual self, it promotes positive emotions. Spiritual people often feel more joy. Yung mga spiritual na tao, they often feel more joy and gratitude. At less yung anger nila, nagagalit pero less yung anger and less yung envy nila. So out of these five, which one do you need the most right now? Out of these five, which one do you need the most right now? Yan ba ay meaning? Yan ba ay peace, resilience, better relationships, or joy? Meron ba? So kung merong sumagot, remember this, you don't have to be perfect to be spiritual. Ang sinasabi ng iba, kailangan perfect ka, hindi ka nagkakasala. You don't have to be perfect to be spiritual. You just need to be willing to grow. Willing to grow. That means willing to learn. Next. Personal reflection moment. Now class, let's take 2 minutes. 2 minutes to reflect silently. Okay, close your eyes. Or you may close your eyes if you want. Or just look down and breathe calmly. Breathing exercise muna. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Pause for 4 seconds. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slowly breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. So you may close your eyes and think about a difficult moment in your life. Nakapikit na ba ang mga mata nyo o nakayuko? I want you to think about a difficult moment in your life. Meron na ba? Think about a difficult moment in your life. Class, what helped you survive it? Yung difficult moment na naranasan mo in your life, what helped you survive it? Who or what gave you strength? Who or what gave you strength? Was it your faith? a person who loved you? Was it a personal value like hope, perseverance, or kindness? Okay, isipin nyo, I will give you 2 minutes. So while closing your eyes, ulitin ko lang, think about a difficult moment in your life. What helped you survive it? Who or what gave you strength? Was it your faith? Was it a person who loved you? Was it a personal value like hope, perseverance, or kindness? Now open your eyes. Open your eyes and write your thoughts in your notebook. So, let me remind you, lahat ng mga activities natin, ilalagay nyo yan sa isang folder. Diba? During our first day of meeting. So, nagkaroon tayo ng orientation. So, kaya kailangan gawin nyo ito. So, write your thoughts in your notebook. At lalagyan nyo siya ng title. Ito yung title niya, makinig kayo. My source of strength. My source of strength. Write a short paragraph about the one thing that helps you to stay grounded when life gets hard. Write a short paragraph about the one thing that helps you stay grounded when life gets hard. So kung sanang face-to-face ito, no, I will ask someone to share what they wrote. Okay, class, what you just described, no, kung faith man yan, hope, gratitude, or love, those are spiritual strengths. And you can return to them anytime when stress attacks again. Yung sinulat nyo sa notebook. Kapag na-stress kayo, balikan nyo lang yung sinulat nyo yun. Those are the spiritual strengths. And you can return to them anytime when stress attacks again. Next, let's have a short group sharing. So, paano nyo gagawin yan? Sige, baka meron kayong group chat. You form a small groups of 4 to 5 people. If you want to do this sa inyong mga friends, mga classmates, form a small groups of 5 or 4 to 5 people and discuss this question. Ito yung question. How can spirituality help students cope with everyday stress in school, at home, or in relationships? How can spirituality help students cope with everyday stress in school, at home, or in relationships? Okay, kung nag-usap kayo, for example, no, nagkaroon tayo ng groupings. So it could be yung possible responses nyo when we say, how can spirituality help me to cope with everyday stress? So possible yung mga responses nyo, spirituality helps me to forgive easily. Kasi kapag nagpatawad ka, naiis yung pakiramdam. So when we learn to trust God, or spirituality helps me to forgive easily, and when we learn to trust God and ourselves, or we stay calm when we pray before exams, or it teaches us to be thankful even in small things. So spirituality isn't about escaping problems. Yung tipong pag may problema ka, pupunta ka ng Baguio, pagbalik mo, nandun pa rin yung problema. Diba? Spirituality isn't about escaping problems. It's about finding peace, strength while facing them. Finding peace and strength while facing them. Harapin mo, pero you find peace and strength while you are facing them. Right? Okay, next. Now that we've seen how spirituality helps us cope with stress, the next step is growth, paglago. Hindi lang sapat na alam natin kung paano tayo pinapalakas ng spirituality. Kailangan din nating alamin kung paano ito patuloy na lalago sa araw-araw. And how to start and sustain your own spiritual journey. I want you to take a short break again. Take a short break, stretch, drink water, and when we return, we'll discover practical steps to deepen your spiritual life. Okay, pause ko muna. Alright, nakapag-bathroom or stretch na ba kayo? Stretch break. Now that we've seen how spirituality helps us handle stress, let's talk about how we can grow our own spiritual life. Hindi kailangan maging super religious para maging spiritual. Spiritual growth is about becoming more mindful, more kind, and more connected with your purpose. According to Miller 2020, there are 5 ways to start your spiritual journey. 5 ways to start your spiritual journey. We'll go through them one by one with simple examples, reflection, questions, and practical action that you can try even while studying at TCC. So let's start with the first one. Start small and make new habits easy. Class, growth doesn't happen overnight. Hindi naman parang bumili ka ng pampapayat, ininom mo, bukas payat ka na. Hindi naman ganon, no? 'Di ba? Kahit sa pampapayat. Ganon din sa growth. Hindi ko uminom ka ng cherry pear. Ano? Kinabukasan, 6-footer ka na. So, ganon din sa spiritual growth. Growth doesn't happen overnight. You don't have to spend an hour praying or meditating every day to be spiritual. What matters is consistency. Sabi mong kahit 10 oras ka pa dyan kung hindi ka naman consistent. That matters. Consistency. Start with small habits. Dapat maging habit siya para maging consistent. Start with small habits that bring you peace or awareness. Spend 2 minutes in silence before starting your day. So bago ka magsimula or paggising mo sa umaga, you say thank you or a word of prayer or say thank you before eating your meals. Do one kind act daily. Do one kind act daily. Even just a smile or helping a classmate. So minsan kasi, iniisip natin kailangan grand gestures para maging spiritual. Di ba? Minsan, hindi. God values small but sincere actions. God values small but sincere actions. So, class, what's one simple thing you can start doing this week to nurture your inner peace? What's one simple thing you can start doing this week to nurture your inner peace. Remember, small habits build big change. Magsimula ka sa maliit and then makapag-create ka ng new habits. The second step is commit, or step 2, commit. The second step is commitment. Miller says, spiritual growth begins when you decide to stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. Ito, research-based ito. Spiritual growth begins when you decide to stay consistent even when you don't feel like it. For example, sa Sunday, church, umuulan, malamig ang panahon, masarap matulog, ayaw mong pumunta sa church. Pero dahil consistent ang gusto mo, meron kang commitment, kahit ayaw mo, pupunta ka pa rin. Pero mas maganda kung gusto mo. Pero later on, nagiging gusto mo na rin. And sometimes, you won't always feel motivated to pray or reflect or help others. But just like fitness, commitment keeps you grounded. Example, you decide to wake up 10 minutes earlier to reflect or read something. So, nag-decide ka, every morning, magbabasa ako ng Bible. The first few days, okay pa. No, consistent. Then you get tired. Then you get busy or distracted by social media. So that's when commitment matters, to remind you why you started. Balikan mo yung commitment mo. Why do you think commitment is hard for many people today? Why do you think commitment is hard for many people today? Anyone? Sinong gustong sumagot? Bakit nga ba mahirap gawin ang commitment? Napakahirap sa mga ibang tao ngayon. Dahil may mga distractions, busy. So kung yun yung mga sagot nyo, exactly. Because our world moves fast. But commitment teaches us patience. An important spiritual virtue yung patience. So tandaan nyo, spiritual growth is not perfection. It's progress with purpose. Next, the third step is practice. Di ba? Sabi nga nila, practice makes perfect. Just like any skill, spirituality needs practice. Pag sinabi natin practice, daily actions that strengthen your inner character. According to Miller, 2020, so he encourages activities like journaling about gratitude. Magpasalamat ka. So I want you to take your notebook and I want you to think about the 5 things that you can be grateful for sa buhay mo. Sige, sulat kayo. 5 things that you can be grateful for. Diba yung una, salamat, buhay ka pa. Diba dapat pinapasalamatan yan? So, or sa iba, you can also volunteer. Diba? Wala nang volunteerism ngayon, ano? Ang uso ngayon, volunturo, ituturo. Siya na lang. Diba? Instead na ako na lang. And you attend worship or reflection sessions. So, may mga D group, merong mga cell group. So, you join with reflection sessions or attend Sunday service. And spending quiet time alone. Kasi kapag you spend time quiet alone, nakakapag-isip ka ng tama. Now, far away from distractions, far away from your cell phone. Quiet time. And then, magkaroon ka ng reflection. Ano ba yung mga bagay na gusto kong mangyari sa buhay mo? O buhay ko pala. So, think of a practice as spiritual exercise. Kung sa PE, may stretching at warm-up, tama? Sa spirituality, meron ding daily reflection and kindness exercise. Kung madamot ka, i-practice mong magbigay, mag-share. So, what spiritual practices do you think fit to your personality? What spiritual practices do you think fit your personality best? Diyan sa mga nakalagay na activities ni Miller. Ano yung fit sa inyo dyan? Journaling, prayer, helping, or quiet reflection? Prayer? Okay, may sumagot na prayer. Ay, hindi, recorded pala ito. Akala ko online. No? So, what matters, class, is authenticity. Don't copy others. So, for example, yung iba, journaling. Hindi ko mo journaling yung karamihan ay journaling sa'yo. Baka hindi fit yun sa'yo. Ayaw mo naman magsulat, no? Mas maganda yung nagsasalita, prayer. So, don't copy others. Discover what genuinely connects you to peace. Discover what genuinely connects you to peace. Okay, naka 1 hour na pala itong aking recorded video. 2 hours pa, no? Ay, 1 hour pa. So, the fourth step is study. Study doesn't just mean reading religious texts. It means learning about life, wisdom, and experiences of others. When you study, you grow in understanding. Diba? We learn from others' experience. So when you study, you grow in understanding. You begin to see patterns. So makikita mo doon why people behave that way they do. How values guide actions and how truth leads to compassion. Bakit napakabait nila? Ano yung sikreto nila? Bakit ang pogi nila? Kagaya ni Sir, ano yung sikreto? Diba? So, class, marami sa atin napapagod kasi kulang sa spiritual knowledge. Wala namang sense kung pupunta ka sa church kung wala ka namang pagkakaalam. Bakit mo ginagawa yon? Bakit yung mga iba ginagawa nila yon? Sumama ka lang. Tapos wala naman sa iyo yun eh. Pero kapag meron kang spiritual knowledge, naintindihan mo kung bakit nandun ka. So we read about trends, gadgets, and celebrities. Pero hindi natin binabasa ang sarili nating kaluluwa. Yung soul. To start reading things that feed your mind and heart. Yung ating soul, mind and heart. It can be a short devotion or quotes from other people. Stories of people who overcame struggles. Books or podcasts that teach kindness and perspective. Pero pinakamaganda, of course, yung Bible. So what's one idea or quote that changed the way you see life? Meron ba kayong something like verse, Bible verse, quotation from others? And what's one idea or quote that changed the way you see life? Meron ba sa inyo? 2 to 3 students to share? No, sayang, no? Face-to-face sana ito. Kulang nga yung 2 to 3 students. Eh, marami sa inyo pag face-to-face. 5 or 10 students. So, class, to study is to be open. Kung gusto mong mag-grow, dapat you must be open. Hindi yung close-minded. Hindi, ito lang yung tinuro sa akin. Ito lang. Diba? Ito yung mga close-minded people. Doon lang sila, stagnant yung growth nila. So, tandaan nyo, to study is to be open. Siyempre, meron kayong discernment. No? Pag mali naman yan, of course, hindi mo gagawin. Kung illogical naman yan, irrational naman yung idea na yan, of course, hindi mo tatanggapin. Dapat naintindihan yung spiritual knowledge. So, growth begins when you seek understanding beyond yourself. Next. Choose love and respect. The last step is choose love and respect. This is the heart of spirituality. No matter what you believe in, genuine spirituality leads to love, humility, and respect for others. Right? May mga religion na sinisiraan yung others' religion. Tapos sila naman din sinisiraan yung religion mo, no? Pero respect, every person you meet, kaibigan man o hindi, carries their own struggles. Choosing love means responding with compassion even when it's hard. Di ba? Minsan mahirap mahalin yung mga taong hindi karapat-dapat mahalin, di ba? For example, Saldico. Naku po. Mga mga flood control corrupt. DPWH. Naku po. Pag naririnig ko yan, na umiinit yung ulo ko eh. Pero wala tayong magagawa eh. Kailangan natin tanggapin. Choosing love means responding with compassion even when it's hard. Panalangin na lang natin sila. Oh, 'di ba sa panalangin, merong imprecatory prayer. Lord, kunin mo na sila. Panalangin natin sila na mabago at isoli nila yung perang ninakaw nila. Yan yung panalangin natin. So respect means honoring differences while holding firm to your values. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng respect. Honoring differences, magkakaiba tayo ng paniniwala while holding firm to our values or beliefs. So I will ask you a question. What's one way you can show love and respect this week? What's one way you can show love and respect this week? Sa bahay man yan or sa school or online. Siguro may mga nagsabi, Sir, yung one way that I can show love and respect this week, I will help my parents. Ang ganda, no? I will help my parents na maglinis ng bahay. O yung iba sa inyo sasabi, Sir, hindi na ako makikisali sa mga marites. Di ba, marites? Marites ka ba? Di ba merong good at saka bad marites? Do you agree? Di ba may mga bad marites? Meron ding good marites. Anong tawag sa good marites? Anyone? Ang tawag sa mga good marites, the good Samarites. The good Samarites. I hope na tumawa kayo. So love is the visible form of faith. Kung totoo ang iyong pananampalataya, papakita mo yan sa pagmamahal. Choose love and respect. Love is the visible form of faith. Respect is love applied in action. Magkasama yan. Love is the visible form of faith. Respect is love applied in action. So summary, no, yung 5 steps, simple ways to grow spiritually by Miller. Let's summarize the 5 ways to grow spiritually. Yung una, start small. Do one small spiritual act daily. Commit. Stay consistent even when busy. Practice. Apply reflection, prayer, and kindness regularly. Study. Read and learn about values and purpose. Choose love and respect. Let compassion guide your actions. So notice that all 5 steps are simple but powerful. So you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present and intentional. So which of these 5 steps do you think you're already practicing? Meron ba sa inyo? Or another is, which one do you want to improve? Meron ba? Which of these 5 steps do you think you're already doing or practicing? And which one do you want to improve? Okay, next. choosing my next step in the journey. So let's make this lesson personal. I want you to take your notebook and write down this short reflection. Take take your notebook and write down this short reflection. So what small spiritual habit will I commit to starting this week? Ano yung spiritual habit that you will commit starting this week? Sige, sulat nyo. So it could be writing 3 things that you're thankful for each day. Diba sabi ko kanina, I want you to write 5 things that you are grateful for. So it could be like that. Or I do not know kung may iba sa inyo, avoiding negative talk. Or may nagsulat ba sa inyo, spending quiet time before sleeping or prayer? Or praying someone instead of judging them. Di ba? Sabi ko kanina, panalangin na lang natin si Saldicot, si Romualdez, no? Na sana ibalik nila yung ninakaw nila. Hindi lang yung congressman, pati yung mga contractors. Yung mga contractors. Congressman na contractors pa. Pati na rin yung mga, hindi lang sa Congress, pati rin yung sa Senate. O pati na rin yung mga mayors, governor. Diba? Kasi parang naniniwala ba kayo na hindi sila korap? No? Para sa akin, kapag politician ka, innate na yun eh. No? Innate na sa sistema, hindi sa tao. Innate na sa sistema. Later on, kapag pumasok siya, matututo siya. No? Kasi maraming kaperahan. According sa mga news yan, hindi yan chismis. Okay, your commitment doesn't have to be. Sincerity matters more than perfection. So when we take even one step toward inner peace, the rest will follow. Sharing spiritual practices. Let's do a quick group exchange. So kung face-to-face sana, you form a small circles of 4 to 5 students, and you share one spiritual habit that works for you or one challenge you face in keeping your peace. So kung sanang face-to-face, meron kayong 8 minutes for discussion, pero recorded, kaya hindi natin magagawa. Okay? Kaya ina-next ko na lang ito. Okay, so far we've learned how to begin and sustain our spiritual journey using simple but consistent actions. Now we'll move deeper into reflection. How spirituality shapes wisdom and meaning in life. So yung content ng ating pag-aaral ay galing sa buka, hindi ito dinagdagan ko na lang. So in the next part, we will talk about one famous quote from Albert Einstein. Kilala niyo siya, si Albert Einstein, and how it reminds us that spirituality is not just about religion. It's also about wonder, humility, and awe for life itself. So get ready for reflection and quiet dialogue with your own spirit. So let us now proceed to understanding the meaning of spiritual life. So now that we've explored how to start our own spiritual journey, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. So what does it all mean? What does it tell us about who we are as human beings? So in this part, we'll reflect on how spirituality connects us with wisdom, humility, and sense of wonder. We also unpack one powerful statement from a great scientist na si Albert Einstein, who even in his deep logic saw the importance of spirituality. So let's begin with these words. Ito yung quotes ni Albert Einstein or quote. Ang sabi niya, the most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Ano yung ibig sabihin nito? Einstein, one of the most brilliant minds in history, believed that both science and art begin with a sense of mystery and wonder. He called this the spiritual emotion. That feeling you get when you look at the stars. Oh, hindi pa gabi, no? Sayang kung saan ang gabi. Tingnan niyo yung mga stars. Or when you see something good happen that you can't fully explain. Paano nangyari yon? Di ba? May mga bagay. Hindi ako nag-review. Paano nangyari yun? Naka-perfect ako. O, di ba? May mga ganun ba sa inyo? Or, paano nangyari yon? Walang pera yung wallet ko. Pagbukas ko, meron. So, para kay Einstein, ang mystery, hindi hadlang sa karunungan. Ito ang inspirasyon. Kung pakiramdam na may mas malaki sa akin, or may mas magaling sa akin, or may mas divine creator, no? Kapag titingnan mo yung stars, yung mountains, yung dagat, mamamangha ka. At makikita mo yung sarili mo, napakaliit mo lang. And that's the essence of spirituality. When was the last time you felt amazed? Meron ba? The last time you felt amazed? Wow, ang ganda. Ako, nung umarap ako sa salamin, na-amaze ako eh. Parang artista yung nakita ko sa salamin. Di ba? You really you will appreciate yung creation ng Diyos. Wala namang pangit, di ba? Lahat yan ay may meaning at may purpose. So when was the last time you felt amazed? By nature, by music, by love, or life itself? That's wonder you feel. That's your spirit recognizing beauty beyond logic. Diba, kapag nakita mo yung hindi lang natin na-appreciate pero kung titingnan mo yung stars in heaven, ako nung bata ako binibilang ko. Huminto na akong magbilang kasi hindi ko mabilang. Nakakalito. Kasi dami. Hindi mo mabibilang. Diba? Innumerable nga sila eh. Innumerable. You cannot count them. So wisdom begins with wonder. Einstein reminds us that being spiritual doesn't mean rejecting science or logic. It means seeing the sacredness in discovery itself. Every field like science, art, teaching, like medicine, no, yung medicine becomes spiritual when it's done with love. Di ba merong sa medicine, nung nag-aaral ako, no, merong dalawang pasyente binigyan ng gamot, no, parehong yung kanilang diagnosis. And then yung isa gumaling siya doon sa gamot. Yung isa bumalik, gumaling din siya. Pero yung isang gamot doon, hindi naman totoong gamot, candy lang, pero gumaling siya. So, 'di ba, wonder, no, yung brain nag-adjust na, uy, gagaling ako dito. So, ganun din yung medicine becomes spiritual when it's done with love, integrity, and respect for life. That's why true wisdom isn't just knowing facts. It's understanding meaning. So, ang karunungan na walang puso ay delikado. Pero ang karunungang may kababaang loob, yon ang tunay na katalinuhan. Do you agree? When we acknowledge that we don't know everything, we open our hearts to grow. Just like Einstein, napakatalino, pero Nung siya ay nakakita ng mga wonders, sabi niya, hindi ko alam lahat. So class, what's one thing you've learned recently that made you feel grateful or amazed? Meron ba? What's one thing you've learned recently that made you feel grateful or amazed? So meron? Salamat sa mga sumagot. That's the connection between knowledge and spirituality. Both seek truth, but spirituality adds compassion to it. So yung science, they seek truth also. Pero kung lalagyan mo yan ng puso, kagaya ng spirituality, dadagdagan mo ng puso. So yun yung ibig sabihin. Connection between knowledge and spirituality. Next. So spiritual health as inner peace. Psychologists na si Jenner Tay and Mayers 2011 found that people with spiritual well-being, ibig sabihin, meaning those who feel connected to purpose, community, or faith, report higher life satisfaction and happiness. Kasi kapag malinaw sa iyo kung bakit ka nabubuhay, hindi madaling manghina ang loob mo, tama? You may still get tired, but you don't lose direction. Spiritual wellness gives you hope in times of fear. It gives you gratitude in times of abundance. It gives you meaning in times of suffering. At these three, hope, gratitude, and meaning, are the fuel of joy. Di ba? Pag may hope ka, nagpapasalamat ka, you have meaning, ito yung nag-fuel ng ating kagalakan. Yung kagalakan ay ito yung pangloob. Kahit wala kang pera, nagagalak ka pa rin. So class, what gives you hope when things don't go as planned? Minsan yung plinano mo, hindi naman yun yung nangyayari. Plano mo, 4 years lang sa college, and nag 10 years ka, no? Kasi pa-ship ka ng pa-ship. So what gives you hope when things don't go as planned? Whether faith-based, personal, or relational. So true spiritual wellness is not the absence of problems. Tandaan nyo, true spiritual wellness is not the absence of problems. Lahat tayo talaga ay makakaranas ng problema. Pero kahit may problema, meron tayong tinatawag na presence of peace. Presence of peace amid problems. I call this peace in the middle of storm. Di ba? Nakuha yung idea na yan nung nandoon sa bangka, no, si Jesus kasama yung mga disciples, dumating yung bagyo, pero tulog pa rin si Kristo, no? Natutulog, sarap pa ng tulong niya. Imagine, no, halos masisira na yung bangka, pero meron pa siyang tinatawag na peace of mind. At yun yung ating hinahanap sa mundong ito, peace of mind. Balancing mind, spirit, and mind and spirit. So now let's integrate everything we've learned so far. A healthy life requires balance between body, mind, and spirit. If we only focus on the physical, we feel empty. If we focus only on the mental, we burn out. But when we nurture the spirit, we find harmony, right? Halimbawa, kung puro aral at trabaho, pero walang reflection, walang pahinga, mabilis mapagod ang kaluluwa. Pero kapag binigyan mo ng oras ang iyong spiritual side, kahit sandaling katahimikan, bumabalik ang sigla at direction. Right? So I want you to draw a triangle on your notebook and label each side of that triangle. Body, mind, spirit. Ito yung label niya. I do not know kung Which side of your triangle needs more attention right now? So kung nilagay mo body, tapos yung sa kabila mind, spirit. So which side of your triangle needs more attention right now? Side hindi yung point sa side lagyan mo. 'Di ba sa merong left, merong right, and then merong down. Which side of your triangle needs more attention right now? So that's your next area of growth. Balance needs to wholeness. Pause ko muna. Inom muna akong tubig. Okay, another activity. So my sense of wonder, experiencing the sacred in everyday life. So let's end this section with quiet reflection. So take a deep breath, and then hold your breath for 3 seconds. Okay, exhale. Okay, now think about one thing in your daily life that makes you say, wow, this is beautiful. So meron ba? One thing in your daily life that makes you say, wow, this is beautiful. It could be sa nature, or sa music, or friendship, or your family. So I want you to write in your notebook, I see the sacred in blank. I see the sacred in blank. Okay, since na hindi naman ito recorded naman to, no? Hindi naman siya online interaction, pwede nyo namang i-post itong video na ito. So class, tapos na ba, no? I see the sacred in blank. So spiritually begins when we notice beauty, not in perfect moments, but in ordinary ones. Every breath is a gift. Every sunrise is a reminder that life is sacred. So keep your sense of wonder alive, because the moment you stop being amazed, you stop growing. So we'll now move to our final section, applying everything we've learned through reflection and creative activities. So alright, class, you've learned so much about the spiritual self, right? What it is, how it helps us cope up with stress, and how can we grow through it. Now let's take some time to apply, reflect on what you've learned through creative activities. So we will do 3 parts or 2 parts lang. For the sake of time, supposed to be 3 to, pero 2 na lang. Yung una, the KWL chart. Ano ito? Mamaya malalaman natin to summarize learning. And then next is the vision board. Now, the vision board is to plan your spiritual goals. So let's start with the first one. Okay, again, take out a clean sheet of paper or your notebook, and I want you to draw 3 columns. Ayan yung example nakalagay sa inyong screen. Nakalagay yung K, what I know, W, what I want to know, L, what I learn. So, ang KW, know, yung W, want, and then yung L, learn. So, let's spend about 10 minutes filling this out. So, post nyo na lang, no? Itutuloy ko na ito para hindi na kumain na maraming oras. So, in the K column, nagawa nyo na ba? In the K column, write everything you knew about spiritually or spirituality before this lesson. Diba? Before this lesson, alam nyo na what is spirituality is. I want you to write everything you knew about spirituality bago ma-discuss itong lesson na ito. And then in the second column, the W column, write what questions you had or what you wanted to know. So yun yung W, what I want to know. In the W column, write what questions you had or what you wanted to know. And then in the L column, write the most important things you learned today. What is the most or what are the most important things you learn from this lesson? So I want you to be honest. So itong activity na ito, walang tama o maling sagot. This is about what you personally realize. Okay? Post this video, recorded video for 10 minutes. Okay, kunwari, tapos na, no? Would anyone like to share their L? What they learn? Meron ba? You learn what? Okay, so let us now proceed to next slide. Another activity. For our last activity today, we'll make a mini vision board. Mini vision board. It is a creative collage or poster that shows your personal spiritual goals. So you can use your notebook. You can use other clean paper or any clean sheet of paper. And inside, include words or symbols that represent. Una, include symbol about what gives you peace. Ano yung symbol na ilalagay mo? What gives you peace? Pangalawa, anong symbol ang pwede mong ilagay? What do you want to improve spiritually? What do you want to improve spiritually? Pangatlo, who or what inspires you to be better? Who or what inspires you to be better? So you can draw, write, or paste pictures. Pwede yan, no? You can draw, magsulat ka ng any symbols, you can write any symbols, or you can paste pictures dun sa notebook na yon. And this activity helps you visualize your future self. Your future self, more about grounded, peaceful, and compassionate person. So you have about 15 minutes to work on this. And afterwards, let's do a short gallery walk on sharing session. Kung face-to-face sana ito. But it is a recorded video. Kaya hindi natin magagawa. But gawin nyo na lang yung activity na ito na sa notebook or sa clean sheet of paper. Okay, we've come to the final part of our lesson. Class, the summary and reflection today. You've discovered that spirituality is not just about religion or rituals, right? It's about how you live, how you treat others, and how you connect to something greater than yourself. So let's look back on what we've learned and how it connects to our personal lives. So what we learned today, here's the quick recap of our main points from our spiritual self lesson. The spiritual self is the inner dimension of who we are. Inner, no? Yung panloob. It seeks purpose, peace, and connection. Spirituality helps us cope with stress, So yung spirituality gives us resilience, gratitude, meaning during hard times. And according to Miller, reminds us that small consistent habits nurture our spirituality. Ano yung mga yun? Start small, commit, practice, study, choose love and respect. And Einstein, si Albert Einstein, taught that spirituality is found in wonder, the sense of awe that leads to wisdom and humility. And true spirituality is inclusive. It respects differences, it respects values, and builds unity in diversity. So if you could describe spirituality in one word, what would it be? If you could describe spirituality in one word, what could it be? Some will say peace, some will say faith, some will say connection, some will say purpose, or some will say love. Okay, all right. So class, spirituality is not something you do once a week. Huh? It's something you live every day. So when you forgive, when you help, when you choose peace over pride, that's spirituality in action. Your spiritual life is your compass. It reminds you who you are when the world gets noisy. It tells you that your worth doesn't depend on grades or likes or money, but on the kindness and integrity within you. So whether you express your faith through prayer, silence, art, or service, what matters is that you do it with love. You do it with love. So let's continue building a campus culture that values respect, empathy, and gratitude at TCC. Because that's what it means to be spiritually mature. Tandaan nyo, class, the most spiritual act you can do today is to love well. Ulitin ko, the most spiritual act you can do today is to love well. Before we end, take one deep breath. Hinga muna malalim. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Silently thank God. Or simply thank life for one good thing you experience today. Okay, thank you. If you have questions, siguro sa ating next meeting, thank you for your openness, your reflections, and your honesty today. Your spiritual self is something precious. Keep nurturing it. Every day, choose to reflect more, judge less, love deeper, and live peacefully. Thank you everyone. You've done well, and God bless you. Ito yung ating mga references. Thank you and see you next Monday.